Forces Flyers Club Net. He's starting the net at the top of the hour in 10 minutes, N5BE.
Well, a good signal, Lee. N5BE W5ABI.
Good morning, Joe. Yeah, you're strong with me as always. Good to hear you tonight.
Yeah, wind's finally calmed down here, so looks like it's going to be a nice day here.
Our two white vehicles are now desert brown, and apparently, according to the weather forecast, we get some higher winds coming later this week. Not as violent as the day a couple days ago, but still up there around 40 miles an hour or so.
Yeah, we got that here. The antenna's still holding up pretty good, so some of the wires on it kind of loosened up, so I'm going to have to lower it and fix it here soon.
Yeah, I can't lower mine. It's bolted to the chimney on the roof. I went out there and looked, and there's a bit of a moment there because there's a bunch of weight out there on that pole, and even though it's strapped down and I got a double-walled thickness in the pipe, I could see it bending a little bit, but all is well. W5ABI N5BE.
Lee. Yeah, it's working good. Anyhow, you're sounding good. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
KM4CX N5BE. You came up quite a bit there, Jack. Good morning, everyone. This is November 5, Bravo Echo. My name is Lee. I'll be your net control today for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. And looking at the list, we've got a short list today. Maybe we can get through this before we're QRM'd by the DXers. So with that, the Air Force's Flyers Club is a membership of active duty, retired and veteran military personnel from all branches of the armed forces. We served in some form of aviation support, including air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missileers, essentially anyone who had anything to do with supporting our nation's air forces, getting airplanes and missiles into the air. Our purpose is promote fellowship between those aerial amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support the mission of our Air Force. We welcome visitors to the net. You don't need any military or aviation experience, and we'd love to have you. And let's see, we have a website, airforcesflyersclub.org. A lot of information about the club. There's a membership application on there if you feel you're qualified. We operate a control net. We meet daily on this frequency at 1500 Zulu. This is a controlled net, so if you need to contact net control, please do so by check-in, contact, info, or relay. And if you're checking in, please give your call sign slowly and phonetically, your name and your QTH. We can also be found on Echolink at the conference node AFFC. And we also have a YouTube simulcast going. You can look up K4YDB Charlie, who's running that simulcast for us. It's a tremendous tool for us. And thanks again, Charlie, for doing that. There's a list on NetLogger that is being established. And thank you, Mike, for doing that for me this morning. I appreciate it. Really do. I'll go down that list, and then we'll go ahead. There is a question of the day. It's posted on the live stream, but I'll call it out. So from this list, I've got W5OG Dale, my neighbor to the east, and he's a short timer today. Good morning again, Dale, and thank you for clearing the frequency for us. WB5DRI, his brother down in San Antonio, Brian. Good morning, Brian. We got Jack, M4TAX, and he's a short timer. He's in Georgia. WW5ENZ, Mike up in Oak City, who's helping me out with NetLogger. Thanks again, Mike. Big help. Joe, W5ABI in Las Cruces. Big signal always, Joe. Good morning to you. K4YDB, Charlie, who I said like doing our live stream for us. Good morning, Charlie. Good to hear you on here today. KF0OPE, Mike up in Nebraska. Good morning, Mike. You could always send the 20 over on me. And KT6B, Mike in Anthem, Arizona. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for joining us today. So with that, are there any other folks that would like to join the net today? Come now with your call sign, name, and QTH. Slowly, please. Okay, Kilo Juliet 7 in Montana. Could you give me a Sussex? Again, it dropped out just a bit there. Sierra India Roma. Very good. Okay, Michael put you on the list. Thank you for joining this morning. looking at the SCRs and the net logger, I don't see any West Coast representation today, neither John or Bob. So, Charlie, K4YDB, could you put a call out from the East Coast, please, and see if there's anyone who wants to join?
Wilco, this is K4YDB. I'm relaying for net control. We're looking for check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Members or guests, please call now and we'll get you on the list. Nothing here, Leon.
Okay, Charlie, thank you. All right, well, we'll go with this list. And, Mike, did you get Kilo Juliet 7, Sierra, Italy, Romeo?
Kilo Juliet 7, what's the rest of it?
Yeah, Sierra, Italy, Romeo.
Roger that. Carrie, in Montana.
Roger. Thank you, Mike. Okay, I've got 2 short timers. Does anyone else need to be a short timer from the list? Okay, nothing heard. With that, let's go to the question. And let me get that page open. I thought this would be a fun question for today, and it's kind of myth busting in a sense. So I think some of you know I like busting historical myths. So let's go with today's question. You are a U.S. Army or Marine Corps World War II infantry platoon leader. Is your first thing. You give the order to fix bayonets. Which members of your unit are unable to comply? By the way, there's only one answer for both this question and the bonus question, and they're matched pairs. So, which members of your unit are unable to comply? A, the medic. B, anyone carrying an M1 carbine. C, the Browning automatic rifleman. D, anyone carrying an M1 Garand with a grenade launcher adapter. Or Echo, all of the above cannot comply. Bonus question. Which German armored vehicle killed more Allied tanks than any other? Which German armored vehicle killed more Allied tanks than any other? A, the Panzer Mark IV. Now that was the largest produced tank that the Germans had in World War II. Very effective. So A is the Mark IV. B, the Panzer Mark V Tiger tank. As we know, every German tank in World War II was a Tiger. Let's see. Charlie, the Panzer Mark VI Panther. Some say that was the best tank in World War II. Maybe. Delta, the Jagdpanzer 38 Hetzer. And Echo, the Stug 3 Class 4 assault gun. So you got 2 assault guns there and 3 tanks. Like I said, the answers are matched pairs, AA, DD, CC. Now, honestly, I don't expect many to know this. So this is more of an historical, day where we may learn something. But then again, this is a sharp crew. You may know all of this already. All right, with that, let me break. Do I need to repeat the question? Does anyone need a repeat on the question? Go ahead, Jack. No, they're both armored vehicles. They're just not tanks. Okay, very good. With that, let's go to our first short timer. W5OG N5BE. Good morning, Dale, again, and thanks for your help earlier. You're up for the floor.
Okay, very fine, Lee. Thank you, and thanks for doing the net for chat there. And good morning to everyone. W5OG Dale here in East Texas. Beautiful Sunday morning. It'll be a lovely day, probably up close to 70, or around the 70 mark, I think. A little bit cooler than it has been the last few days, but well, you know, it's delightful here, early spring or late winter. Anyway, very interesting question. It reminds me of the story, and I don't know that I think you've all heard this before, but it's one about the four guys in the survival training. At survival training, and the survival instructor asked the group, "You're sitting in your tent, and a scorpion comes in. What would you do?" And he asked the Navy guy, "What would you do?" And he says, "Well, I would grab my brogan and I would I would dispatch this scorpion." So he go to the Army guy, and "What would you do?" And he said, "Well, I'd be wearing my brogans, and I'd just step on it." And the Marine he turned to the Marine and said, "Well, what if a scorpion came into your tent? What would you do?" He said, "I'd grab that sucker and I'd bite his head off." And he turned to the Air Force guy and said, well, what would you do if the scorpion came into your tent?" He says, I'd call down to the front desk and ask what in the heck this tent is doing in my room. Anyway, I guess that's why I joined the Air Force there, Lee. Let's see. I think that, I don't know anything about this, of course, but, it seems to be logical that it's all of the above. And I believe that the answer, my limited knowledge, would be the echo. So I'm going to go echo, and see how that turns out there, Lee. I may be here for the answer to the question since it's a short list this morning. And I do appreciate the very gentlemanly fellow that was doing the Virginia Q-Show party that moved for us there. Anyway, everybody have a great Sunday. Maybe we'll see you on the afternoon roundtable. And thanks again, Lee, for doing the net. Back to the net, and we'll talk to you all later. And 7-3 for now. N5BE, W5OG.
W5OG N5BE. Okay, deal. I was laughing. I laugh every time I hear it. So I'm a sucker for that joke. Not today, but I'll tell you about an incident in Korea manning some bunkers at night, and all the critters that were in the bunkers, and no one wanted to get in them, and the colonel got really mad. I won't bore you with that story today, but you reminded me of it. All right, let's go on. Let's Jack, KM4CAX. You're up for the net, Jack. Good to hear you this morning. Okay, Jack, very good. We got you down for Echo, following Dale. The beginnings of the lemon. Well, we'll see. All right, we'll break with you, Jack. Let's go to Brian, WB5DRI, N5BE. Brian, you're a big history guy. What do you think of this question?
I think it's a pretty good question there, Lee. Good morning. N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, good morning to all the Flyers and to the net. Yeah, it's a nice morning down here in San Antonio. Good to be back on the net. And it's about 66 degrees already, and we're only going up to about 81 today. So another almost ideal day here in San Antonio. I think our low was about 49. Anyway, great questions there, Lee. I'm going to go with the group so far. Well, it's a short list so far, but I'm going to go with Echo. That would be my best guess also as to the answers here for these questions. I'm sure I'm going to learn some things I already have this morning from your questions. I didn't know that much about all the different tanks and assault weapons that the Germans had in World War II. I think I was a little bit more knowledgeable of the bayonets on some of the U.S. weapons. Anyway, good to be here this morning, Lee. Thanks for getting us all in there, and hope everybody is having a good morning and a good day there. I'll turn it back to you, and thanks again for doing the net this morning for Jack here. N5BE, WB5DRI, back to net. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, Brian, we got you down Echo. It's getting firmer. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this. And, yeah, you look at the list of all that stuff Germany made, and I think we talked about this the other day. I'm sure glad they weren't focused on the stuff that really worked and went off on all these tangents. They were really good at doing that. And thank you for doing it, because you really destroyed your war effort on your little science project. All right, let's go to WW5ENT. Mike, helping out with net loggers today. What a help. I appreciate it. You're up for the net, Mike, N5BE.
Okay, N5BE, WW5ENT. Yeah, it's not too bad today. Yeah, I'm trying. A lot of times we get a lot of visitors who just come in and look and then go away. So anyway, but I think we're good today. As far as the question goes, I don't have my TV on, but so I didn't see the question, but I did kind of hear some of it. And I'm going to have to go along with Echo myself, Echo. So I don't know. I forgot to write down Brian's, but I'm going to write his down and mine down. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to you. N5BE, WW5ENT.
Oh, man, you're a brave man, Mike. Echo. All right, very good. Yeah, you and Brian, Echo. In fact, that's the answer. That's for the answer so far. So Dale set it up. All right, let's go to Joe, W5ABI, N5BE. You're up for the Flyers, Joe.
Yeah, N5BE and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good morning, Lee. Good morning to the Flyers. Thanks for running the net. Beautiful Sunday morning here. A little cool, 38, but it's going to go up to 68. We have no wind and we have clear blue skies. Finally. Boy, I'm telling you, that wind like that for a week was wearing everybody out here, but that's kind of like beginning of spring. So we have cool mornings and warm afternoons. Anyhow, I'm going to go with the group on that question. I'm not sure, but everybody else seems to be. So anyhow, I'm going to go with Echo. We'll be here at the bottom. N5BE, W5ABI.
N5BE. Well, Joe, I don't know if my limited clues helped us out or not. I hope it did. I wanted to make it easier, even though it's kind of a history lesson. All right, we got you down. how it turns out. Next up, Charlie, K4YDB. You're up for the Flyers, Charlie, N5BE.
N5BE K4YDB. Well, good morning, Leon. Morning to all the Flyers out there and all the visitors we have. Looks like we got a few. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Right now, it is 68 degrees here. Supposed to get up into the low 70s today. The sun is out. The air is clean because we got so much rain last night. It was just so much rain. The wind wasn't too bad. It was just a rain, just rain. I picked up over 4 inches of rain. My sister's house over there, and beside me, she's kind of flooded over there a little bit. But it is what it is. But now we got to wait for it to dry out so I can get my fertilizer down. Or if I'd have done it earlier, then it would be down in my neighbor's yard. Don't want to help them out. But as far as the question goes, I really don't know. So I guess I'll just go with those guys and go with the Echo Echo. N5BE K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, got you down, Echo Echo, and thanks again for the live stream. It really helps out. So, but if Mike would turn on his TV, it would help him out more. All right, let's go to Mike up there in Nebraska, KF0OPE N5B. You're up, Mike.
Well, good morning, Lee, and all the Flyers and visitors on the net this morning. It's a beautiful morning in Nebraska. Light winds. It's about 32 degrees, on its way up to, I think, 40 or 55 today. So it should be a nice day. Great question. I love this question, Lee. I'm going to stick with the line here because I think that's the right answer. But I love the question. Good stuff. Thanks for doing the net, and thanks to Mike for doing the net logger. Back to N5BE and the net, KF0OPE.
Okay, Mike, very well. We'll get you down, Echo Echo. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this at the end here. Hopefully we can get that in before the DX descend upon us. All right, next up, Mike out there in Anthem, KQ6E, N5BE. You're up for the Flyers, Mike.
N5BE and the roof, KQ6E. Another wonderful day in paradise here today. Got to get up into the 70s. The spring training people should be really pleased with it. Without clear but the rest of the week should really be perfect weather. So can't complain that I sympathize with all you folks getting hammered with the weather today and yesterday. So just hang in there. We'll get through it. It's fine, But everything else is going okay today. Got a few honeydews to do, and I'm just going to kind of sit back and decompress. I think NYL is doing much better, and the nurse was in yesterday. And my wife seems to be doing really well, and the nurse probably won't have potential relief for us anyway. The question, I know my name is what, but I'm not sure. I'll just go with the Lemmings on this one. Just say Echo and get it done with. But I'm just thinking, I don't know. I'll change my answer. I'll go with Alpha and see what that does. I don't know. I'll be the odd man out. Anyway, N5BE is a group, KQ6E.
KQ6E N5BE. I was laughing listening to you. Well, you're a brave man. You stepped off the trail, and you're now boondocking out on your own, Mike. So I tip of the hat to you for that. All right, let's break with Mike. Let's go to our first visitor, Carrie, KJ7SIR, up there in Montana. You're up for the Flyers, Carrie. sorry. You took a dip on me there towards the end a bit, but I think I got all of it. Did you have a guess on the question, Carrie? Okay, very well. Yeah, I didn't get that initially. All right, we got you down for Echo. Very good, and thanks for joining us today. I'm glad we provide some Sunday entertainment. All right, next we'll break with Carrie. Let's go to Kilo Charlie 8 Alpha Romeo Oscar. John in Prescott, Missouri. You're up, John. KC8ARO. John, you're up for the Flyers.
We checked out on the AIM window there, Lee.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, let's just check them off there. All right, let's go to Ken, AE7SX in Kingman. Been to Kingman. You're up, Ken, for the Flyers, N5BE.
Good morning, Flyers. Yeah, I don't know too much about either one of those subjects. I'm sure something like that. I would go with Echo. And as far as having a business, we didn't call the submarines up and they come over and took care of it. Things like that too.
All right, Ken, we got you down, Echo. Yeah, I've got a King Cobra story in Thailand, and we had a guy take a walk up this big hill, and this guy Carl comes right up to me. He says, "Your friend Pine Mountain?" I said, "Yep. Is that okay?" "Oh yeah, not a problem." He says, "But you mountain infested a King Cobra." So I knew my buddy was definitely afraid of snakes, so I just said, "Hey Al, come on down. We're having lunch." So he turns around and I told him, and he turned white. But yeah, I never saw one up close and personal. Glad I have it. All right, we got one. We got KJ5II, who's I believe he's list. And thank you for tuning up on frequency. We really. All right. With that, let's go to the answer on the question, and then we'll ask if anyone else wants to join the next. All right. To the question here.
They're up or there's a net in progress.
So the question was, you're a U.S. Army or Marine Corps infantry platoon leader. You give the order to fix bayonet. By the way, as an ex-Army guy, I never wanted to hear that. Which members of your unit are unable to comply with that order? A, the medic. Yes, sir. They were mostly unarmed. I believe later in World War II, in the Pacific, our medics were carrying 45s because the Japanese didn't care about it. Anyone carrying an M1 carbine. Now, here is the issue. The M1 carbine, as issued for the bulk of World War II, did not have a bayonet lug on it. There is no way you can affix a bayonet to that rifle. Now, as the rifles went through arsenal rebuild after the war, the bayonet lug was added. I believe, in my memory, that some of the last builds of the carbine in World War II had bayonet lugs on them. because originally the carbine was not to be issued to frontline troops.
Frequencies in use. Shooter upper, there's a net in progress. WW5 engine.
Like that. The rifle became popular because it was lightweight, had a 15-round magazine, and could dispense quite a bit of firepower. The downside was if you carried one of those, you were probably an officer, and you were going to be shot at first. That is why Dick Winters and the brothers carried one Duran. All right, also CAR, Browning automatic. Duran with a grenade adapter. Well, the grenade adapter launcher on it. So the answer was Echo, and which German armored vehicle, I did not say tank, killed more Allied tanks than any other? And let's just go to the answer. The answer is E, the Stu-3/4 assault gun. That thing got most of its kills on the Eastern Front. And there's some very famous pictures of Normandy where one of our 57mm anti-tank guns took out two of them in a French village. And unfortunately, the young lieutenant who manned that gun was killed. But anyway, the Stu-3 is a very squat, very low-profile assault gun, used mainly initially for attacking bunkers and infantry support. But as the Eastern Front War went on, they needed more firepower to put a higher velocity 75 on that thing. You could traverse the barrel some degrees left or right as needed, but generally you aim that vehicle by lining it up on your target. But there's so many of those 2-3s and 4s out there that they got the majority of the Allied tank kills. Most of those, not all, happened on the Eastern Front against Russian tanks. So that's today's question. Thank you for everyone participating. We got 100%. We'll have to put down the log and report that to Bob. Let's see if we get anybody else out there. This is November 5 Bravo Echo, net control to Air Force's Flash Club Net. Does anyone else want to join our net today? Come now. Call sign, name, and QTH.
Yes, KB7LAK, Justin in Ogden. I didn't get down here quick enough.
N5BE, I think it was KB7LAK, over.
Yeah, KB7LAK, N5BE. Go ahead, Justin, take your turn.
Okay, fine business. Just didn't get tuned up in time, but that wasn't me, I promise. Somebody was sure tuning up here. Anyway, got the question, and good morning, all flyers. KB7LAK, that's the net.
Okay, all right, Justin, thanks for checking in. Was there somebody else out there? I thought I heard somebody right on the tail end of Justin. Whiskey Alpha 5, could you give me a suffix again? Whiskey Alpha 5, Zulu Oscar Victor, good morning. You're up for the net. Thanks for joining us. Well, you're making it into North Texas. this, John. You're making the trip nicely. So congratulations for getting that radio back up and running. Do you have anything else for the net, sir?
Negative.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you for joining us today. All right, that's it. That's what I've got for more visitors. And let's go to see if we can get a quick 73 round in before the DXs come in. W5OT Dale, are you still there? You're up for the Flyers. Okay, he must have checked out. I see he's checked out in the aim window. All right, Jack, KM4CX, N5BE, you're up for 73 round, Jack. Okay, Jack. Well, it's a pleasure doing it, and I'll do it as long as you need me to. Not a problem. All right, let's break with Jack. Let's go to Brian, WB5DRI. I'm sure Brian's got a comment on this question. You're up for the 73 round, Brian.
Okay, Lee, N5BE, WB5DRI. Yeah, great question, Lee. And I like the way you set it up on the top part there. It was fairly easy to sleuth out what the answer was, I think. But very good questions, and enjoyed it very much, as always. Lee, you do a great net. And pretty good conditions on the band here this morning. I'm hearing most folks on the electric radio. John, WA5ZOV in Utah, with his HW101 was about 5.6 here in San Antonio. So that old legacy Heathkit rig is doing a great job for him there. I used to have a 102, SB102 myself years ago. I wish I still had that rig. It was a great radio, had a tremendous receiver in it, and put out 180 watts. It was a nice transceiver, and I did a pretty good job building it. Anyway, sorry I let it go. Anyway, thanks again, Lee. 73 to all the Flyers and to the net. Everybody have a great day out there. N5BE, WB5DRI, back to net.
Okay, Brian, very good. 73 to you. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, WW5ENG, you're up 73 round, Mike. Thanks again.
Okay, N5BE, WW5ENG. Yeah, it was a pretty good net today, and I guess the question was interesting. It was very interesting, and and I guess most of us got it right, but it's still always interesting. Let's see, it's about almost 50 degrees here, so today looks like it's going to be a lot nicer than yesterday. We stayed pretty much near, I don't know, it was just above freezing all day, but today we got sunshine and no wind, and so life is good. WW5ENG, 73 everybody, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Okay, Mike, 73. We'll break with you. Let's go to Joe, W5ABI, with that big signal into me. 73 round, Joe.
N5BE, W5ABI. Yeah, good net, Lee, except for the tuner upper. I wish they wouldn't do that. They should listen on the frequency first. But anyhow, I still thought that you were still way above them. Anyhow, thanks for running the net. 73 to you and all the Flyers. N5BE, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, 73 to you. We'll see you tomorrow. Charlie, K4YDB, 73 round, Charlie.
N5BE, K4YDB. Well, good net today. Lee, I did enjoy it. It was a short net, but hey, it worked out just fine for me. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we will look for you tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
All right, Charlie. We'll break with you. Let's go to Mike, KF0OCE. Glad you liked the question, Mike. fun putting it together. So 73 room, Mike, you're up.
Very good, Lee. I enjoy those World War II questions, and I had to think because I have a Garand, and I had to think about it. But good stuff. 7-3s, everybody. We'll catch you probably in about a week. We're going to take off out of here and maybe catch you on Echo Link, but that's about it for the next 5 days or so. So 7-3s, everybody. Have a great week.
Okay, Mike. You just reminded me when we would go TDY, we had a saying: when you go TDY and you RON, you always should try to fit in a BNO, a big night out. All right, let's break with you. Let's go to Mike. KQ16, 73 round, Mike.
N5BE, KQ16. Somebody has to be the controller. No, I didn't have to. So I don't know. It's too early in the morning for me. Anyway, good to hear everybody. We'll try to get on tomorrow. Another one going on. I'll try to get through it. So good to hear everybody this morning. Most everybody I was able to talk to usual suspects, but signals all around. So good to hear everybody. We'll try to catch you tomorrow. N5BE.
Okay, Mike, very good. You had a really nice signal today. Just sit back and listen. I didn't have to do the RCA dog thing, turning my head into the speaker. So well done. All right, let's go to some of our visitors here. KJ7, SIR, Carrie, are you still there? 73 round. Okay, Carrie, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, your signal has some QSP on it, but fully reliable all the way through. So best I saw was about a 5.6 here. So 100 watts on the wire, not bad. All right, Ken, AE7SX, Kingman, 73 round, Ken. Okay, very good, Ken. Good to hear you today. And we'll look for you tomorrow. All right, let's pick with Ken. And let's see, there's Mike KJ5. He got it right. Echo, echo. Wait for you, Mike. That's the end of my list. I'm looking over on the FTR. I don't see anything. I think that's it. Anyone else out there? N5BE.
Okay, 73.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. I didn't see you on the list here. 73, Justin, and thank you for giving me a wave there. Appreciate it.
No worries.
All right, there was somebody else out there. Come again, please, slowly.
November 0, Oscar, Kilo, Zulu.
Nope. November 0, Oscar, Kilo, Zulu. Yeah, you're up for the Flyers. What do you have for us today?
Third net I've ever checked into. I'm the end of it. I'm in Mike November, Minnesota, and the one station is coming in South over.
All right, very good. What's your name?
My name is Bruce.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks for joining us. We welcome visitors. You don't need to have any military experience or any aviation experience on the net. We love having visitors, and especially if you guys are out there listening and want to participate, we'd love to have you. So thanks for joining us today. This is November 5 Bravo Echo. That's the bottom of my list. Last call, N5BE. Okay, nothing heard. Let's call it a wrap. Boy, we finished this thing in record time. Thanks for everyone for joining. Thank you, Charlie, for the live stream. Thank you, Mike, for manning NetLogger. It's amazing you got to be in net control to get a break from NetLogger. So anyway, I enjoyed that part of it. All right, we'll say 73, everybody, and return the frequency to normal amateur radio use, and let the DXs flog it. N5BE signing off. 73.
N5BE KB7 LAK. Should we all go to Alaska Pacific Net and tune up there for the next hour?
Justin, yeah, I don't know. Does that net operate on Sundays? I don't know if they do or not.
Well, somebody's tuning up here. They got to knock it off.
Yeah, I think that's just malicious.
Well, we'll just call them stolen valor and say, hey, we caught you in the airport wearing a fake uniform. All right, 73, KB7 LAK.
Oh, don't get me going on that subject. Oh, man. I got taken to task one day. I had a visitor over the house, and I had my Marine Colonel buddies, and I